Okay. A little warning, I have my 2-year-old son next to me and he's making some noise. All right, so what I'm doing right now, this is just gonna be should be a quick video. Yeah, I do this all the time. There we go. Is because I'm using kind of a monochrome palette here, I'm gonna try to differentiate between lines so I can make sense of what's happening here. So I'm going to use this purple, and I'm going to use this to to outline the exterior part of the line that I would see, not the transparent part. And what it should do is should just kind of get a little bit darker, a little bit more defined. It's not a big jump in color, but it's a big jump, or it's just enough to differentiate again. So you can kind of see those 5 lines I put in there a little bit more clearly. In addition to doing that, what I'm going to do is use a blue pencil, and I'll explain what I'm going to do with the blue pencil. The blue pencil is going to be, and this is the light blue. You should have 2 different blues. I'm going to choose the light blue here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go from all these intersection points from here. I'm going to, for example, and I'll follow all the way down to the intersection point down here. And it will just be a straight line going through. I'll draw one right now since I'm set up with the T-square. And that line there, that blue line, is going to represent the interior lines of the individual 64 squares. And this goes down here, and they're also going to go in this direction across. So there's going to be a lot of lines here. It's going to be very confusing, and that's, again, why we're using colored pencil to help us differentiate between these lines. So I'll finish with the purple. You can see I'm just doing the slide technique, and in this case it isn't working out. The way I wanted it to, but I'll just move this over and okay. That's the top part. And what I'll do is the exterior down here and the lines going through, and good to go. Wait, that's not good. Okay. And I can do these guys going this way. I already did those. And exterior down here. Yep. Sometimes you just have to make the video regardless who's around. So he's part of it. So the nice thing about this, it just makes it slightly dark enough so you understand what the exterior part is. And I'm not even sliding it anymore, I'm just lining up the ruler with the line. And once that's set, I think we're good here. Outline this one more time. Just adding another layer to make it slightly more darker. All right, I think I'm good at this moment. Next thing I'm going to do is grab my blue pencil. Okay, I'm back, I found it. All right, so now it's pretty easy just to use a T-square. And again, I can't stress enough, whenever you use T-square, you have to make sure that this is parallel with the bottom of the board. This right here is parallel with that. So now I'm just using the T-square here, and all I'm gonna do is put all the interior transparent lines in straight down. So I'll just go row by row. So I'm just gonna draw these vertical lines down. And once this vertical line hits right here, that's it. So this one should hit to here, right there. So you can kind of see 1, 2, 3. So that's that back row. And now I'm gonna follow this line over and just do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I just had to see how far I should go down, and I think it's right here. Next one goes here. I don't know what he's saying. He's just learning to talk. And there's another one that's right here. And I'm just gonna go in this direction. So I did this row, now I'm doing this row, but I'm just working my way over in this direction. And if they don't line up perfectly, it's not the end of the world. It's as long as it's darn close, that's all I care about. Good. All right, now I have my verticals in. What I'm going to do is put my horizontals in. Not really horizontals, but they're going in the opposite perpendicular direction. So all these guys right here. So see this point, this point, this point, where these intersect. So there's 9 of them all together, and it's going to go right to the back lines. This will help you when you start to subtract cubes and whatnot. It will help you figure out where the back of the cuboid behind something that you took off is located. All right, so what am I doing next? I'm going to use this line here. I'm going to take this guy and connect it to that back line right there. I'll remove this end. You can see it goes from here to there. And the reason I'm using this light blue, because it's not very dark, and it will it won't compete with the other lines, and that's really important. So now I just worked this layer down here. I'm going to go up one. Over. Okay, and now I'm going to go over one more. So see these 3 here, these 3 intersecting lines? I will take that over now. And there you go. So again, the blue is just the interior structure. And at a quick glance, when you just look at it, it looks confusing. It doesn't make sense. But when you start to subtract, and you'll notice that, oh, that vertical blue line is the back of, or the front of this box or whatnot. And say you have to find something. Say you take out, later on you'll understand this better, but when you take out a couple rows and you leave a few in, you're trying to find this row 3 down, 2 over, all the way back behind there, you'll be able to find it and locate it. One other direction, axes that I did not include when using the blue for the transparent lines are the lines going in this direction. So that means this intersection here, 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 and here need to connect to their counterparts on the other side. And I forgot to do that last time. So what I'm going to do is just line this up with an existing line here, because they're going to go in that direction parallel to that line. So I'm just kind of setting this up. And I'm going to press down, run this right to the edge, switch my weight, and I will start with the bottom row. So I'm just going to go from here and run it to the other side. Oh, that's pretty close. So I connected the bottom parts to their other side. And at this point, it's going to look really chaotic and difficult to understand. But in the end, you will get it. Meaning, once you start to subtract these lines, it will make a lot more sense. Okay, so now I'm going to go from here to there. I'm just doing the second row right now. And again, this one, oops, it's only supposed to go there. I'm going to erase this. Otherwise, that will confuse me later on. Looks like the blue doesn't erase it as well as the other colors. And I think that was the last one. So now I'm going to go up to the second, or the last row that I'm applying on here. Push down, run this a butt, and slide. I go from here to the other side. Here to the other side. And it's almost as if I'm overlapping the same lines, and it's going to appear that way, which is fine. You can kind of see there's a lot of the same lines there, but that's basically it. And you can't make anything out yet until I get to the next stage. But those lines are going to be helpful. Right now, there seems like a blue fuzz in the middle of it. All right, until the next stage.